Hey babies. What was that? I don't know. Hey y'all. Hello. There we go. That's the one. Hi. I bet you're wondering what's jingling because I don't wear jingly jewelry. What? It's this charm bracelet that has like books. There's Harry Potter, Little House on the Prairie, and Nancy Drew. Ooh wee, jingle jingle. I'd be the first to get murdered in a horror film. My computer's being really dumb. Hello, mister. That's great and lovely and awesome all at the same time. We're gonna react to the milk fic. So, yeah. So if you don't know, the milk fic is a fanfiction about Brittany Urie and Ryan Ross, otherwise known as Ryden. People shipped them together, and a lot of the fanfiction was super cute. A lot of what they did was super cute. This is not one of those fanfictions. If you don't want to hear it, please leave right now because it is insanely gross. This is a reaction / dramatic reading of the milk fic. So here we go. Ryan was kneeling in the bathtub, a towel under his knees and another under his hands. His head turned as he craned his neck to watch Brendan working. The younger boy swirled the spoon around in an overlarge bowl before tapping it against the rim and laying it on the counter. You know it'll cool down once I get it in the bag, but is that good? Brendan bent over next to the tub so Ryan could slowly dip 2 fingers into the bowl, nodding once. It's fine. Brendan nodded again, reaching out to stroke Ryan's hair before standing back up and returning to the sink where all of the equipment was spread out. The hook was already hanging from the shower curtain so Brendan could hang the bag as soon as it was full. Go ahead and take the plug out, baby. His voice was soft, gentle, and start with your fingers. It was the gentlest of their darker interludes. No name-calling or hair-pulling or punishments for noises of pain. It hurt enough on its own, was degrading enough on its own. Brendan didn't need to add anything to that. Why do I do this? Brendan felt a small tremor run through his body as he heard the soft moan coming from the bathtub. Knew the other boy had just extracted the plug. He glanced up at the mirror, watching the boy set the glass plug on the edge of the tub next to the bottle of lube. Ryan picked up the bottle, desperate to fill himself as he opened it, dripping some of the lube onto his fingers and rubbing them. It was cold to the initial touch, but warmed up as his fingers moved. You're so fucking hot like that, baby, Brendan purred from the sink where the bag was nearly half full. Now go ahead. Do I really want to go ahead? Ryan flushed warm from the compliment, his wrists sliding down along his waist, hip bone, the curve of his ass. Then his fingers were poised, resting against his entrance before pressing in. He was already loose from the plug, so it was an easy intrusion. He didn't even bother with more lube before pressing a third finger in, moaning outright at the stretch. He started as he heard the click from Brendan hanging the bag. Ready? Don't sound so disappointed, the boy chided softly. You can keep your fingers in for a second, he almost added a soft slut, but stopped himself. Brendan leaned down, reaching for the bottle of lube, letting himself hover over Ryan for a moment, his breath tickling the back of the boy's neck. Just think about everything I'll do after, he whispered before straightening back up and slicking lube across the top of the nozzle of his own 2 fingers. Okay. Ryan whined, but slowly pulled his fingers out anyway. He wasn't empty for longer than a few seconds, Brendan's fingers immediately sliding over his opening before pressing in, then pulling out to press in the tip of the nozzle. Breathe, he murmured, fingers running down the boy's spine. I'm going in now, okay? Wait. I'm going to now, Brendan repeated, voice a little harder this time. You're fine. He kept his fingers running along the boy's spine as he loosened the clamp. Ryan bit his bottom lip, moaning as he felt the first rush of the warm milk sliding into his body. The beginning of the enema was always like Brendan's fingers were now, smooth and soft almost. The cramps would come soon enough, but Brendan's fingers would still be the same. When they started, one of Ryan's hands flew up to his stomach and Brendan stopped the flow without a word, letting the other boy massage his abdomen to ease the pain. Just tell me. Okay, Ryan whispered, his hand still on his stomach. Brendan loosed the clamp again, and Ryan felt the warmth continuing to enter his body. He continued to try to massage away the dull ache of the cramps as he felt his stomach slowly begin to expand from the amount of liquid he'd taken. Stop, he choked out again. He wasn't supposed to ask how much, but he was desperate to know. Felt like he'd taken half already, but he knew it was probably more like a quarter of the bag. Bryn? He asked, voice close to cracking. Brenny, you're doing great, baby. So good. The tears were starting to build up. Ryan could feel them in his chest, waiting there, another ache in his body. He let his head fall forward, trying to slow his breathing, trying to focus on Brendan's fingers instead of the liquid inside him. Okay, he whispered, voice cracking as the first tears slid down his cheeks. This is horrible. Ryan Ross is a sweet little baby child and does not deserve any of this. He needs to be protected at all costs. Half, Ryan asked, voice timid, as if he wasn't sure if he should be relieved or disconcerted. Brendan leaned forward, letting his lips kiss the back of Ryan's neck. Are you ready for more? You can take it, baby. You've done this before. Ryan's head nodded a fraction of an inch, his breathing already labored. He gave a small squeak as the milk started slipping into his body again. Please, I can't. He shook his head, tears coming out for real now. Brendan clamped the nozzle again. I can't, Bren, please. I need to. Please. The younger boy reached his hand down Ryan's stomach, the curve of a belly that wasn't there usually. I know you can take this, he said, voice low but not angry or disappointed. I know you can, Ryan. He let their fingertips brush. But I won't make you. It's up to you. Ryan hated that. It would have been so much easier to go along with it if Brendan hadn't given him the choice. Now it was up to him to decide if he wanted to be selfish and disappoint his boyfriend and not get rewarded, or just go along with it and deal with the pain. I'll try, he mumbled weakly, squeezing his eyes shut and biting his bottom lip between his teeth as he felt the flow again. Brendan slipped his hand down Ryan's stomach to wrap around his cock, gently stroking, trying to turn the whimpers that the older boy was now making into moans. So good, baby, he kept whispering over and over. You're taking it good. Hurts. Ryan choked out. Break? Brendan locked the clamp again, letting Ryan rub at his stomach and try to catch his breath. It's almost all in, he said gently. Just a little bit more. I know you can take it, Ryan. How much? The question hung heavy in the air for a moment. Ryan wasn't supposed to ask, and he knew it. But he also knew Brendan never spanked him or punished him during an enema, so the worst possibility was simply that the other boy wouldn't tell him. Probably 4 ounces. I'm going to start it again, okay? You can take this all in one go. Ryan nodded, gritting his teeth and counting silently in his head, hoping it wouldn't take longer than a minute to finish. He was only a few seconds over when the flow stopped, and Brendan planted a kiss to the small of Ryan's back. I'm going to switch it out for the plug, okay? Keep it in. Ryan tightened his muscles, his toes curling as he did so. It hurt, tensing up along with a dull ache in his abdomen. Even with all the tightening, a little bit of the milk-water mixture escaped, sliding down the inside of his thigh. Then the plug was in and he could relax his muscles, but only somewhat. Brendan picked up a washcloth and wiped at the liquid that had slid down Ryan's skin. It wouldn't be too long, Ryan knew, but it always seemed an eternity. 5 minutes or 10 minutes could feel like hours. Brendan's fingers slid up Ryan's back till they were twisted gently in his hair. I can't wait to get you on the bed, he said thickly, voice low and gravelly. Gonna shove my tongue in you so deep, baby. Ryan moaned outright despite the dull pain in his muscles and stomach. Okay, Oakley. I've read this before, but I didn't remember it being so terrible. But I'm gonna stop there because I'm gonna die. Long story short, they end up doing the sexy times and then sleeping. So if you guys want to go look up that sin, or probably most of you have probably already read it because y'all filthy sinners. So if you want to look up the rest of that sin, feel free, but I'm not gonna finish it right now because I don't feel like I need to subject your innocent ears to the rest of that story. But yeah, if you like videos like this, I guess I'll keep making. I'm probably gonna keep making them anyway because they're actually kind of fun. But if you just hate them, please comment and be like, ugh, delete your life. Because I need to delete my life. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, leave a like. If there's a certain thing that you want me to react to, leave a comment. If you think I'm really beautiful and that my videos are not trash, you can subscribe. I love all of you. Bye-bye.